Good evening. This is Santa Claus on February 13, 2026, bringing you today's stories from around our beautiful world. How wonderful to be with you all on this day when, many years ago in 1649, John Milton published his thoughts on leadership and tyranny in the tenure of kings and magistrates. I'm pleased to share that inflation has cooled to 2.4% in January, a touch lower than expected. This brings some much-needed relief to families across America, especially with lower gasoline prices helping household budgets. Though some items like clothing and airfares still show increases, we're moving in the right direction. Remember, my friends, even in times of economic challenge, the spirit of generosity can flourish. Meanwhile, across the globe in Germany, Chancellor Friedrich Merz has called for a renewal of trust between Europe and the United States. At the Munich Security Conference, he spoke of a changing world order and the importance of cooperation. In the era of great power rivalry, he said, even the United States will not be powerful enough to go it alone. How true it is that we are stronger when we work together as global neighbors, sharing our gifts and supporting one another. Let us pause for a moment and reflect on Switzerland, where citizens will vote in June on whether to cap their population at 10 million. The country is currently home to about 9.1 million people, with nearly a third coming from abroad. This referendum reminds us of how communities everywhere grapple with change and growth. May they find wisdom that honors both their heritage and the stranger seeking shelter. In Canada's western province of Alberta, some residents are gathering signatures for independence from Canada. The campaign comes at a challenging time, as Prime Minister Mark Carney works to present unity in the face of international pressures. Oh my, how important it is to listen to one another's concerns and find common ground, even when perspectives differ. Turning our attention eastward, tensions between the United States and Russia are rising over a proposal to build a U.S. nuclear power plant in Armenia. And in a concerning development, the U.S. is sending a second aircraft carrier to the Middle East amid heightened tensions with Iran. My heart grows heavy when I see nations at odds. May cooler heads prevail, and may the spirit of peace guide all discussion. In Israel, authorities have charged 2 individuals with using classified military information to place bets on future events, a troubling misuse of important security information. We must always remember that trust is a precious gift, not to be used for personal gain. Now, with hope in my heart, I share news from Bangladesh, where the Bangladesh Nationalist Party has claimed victory in the country's first election since the uprising of 2024. The Election Commission reports a 59% voter turnout, and constitutional reforms that include term limits appear to have received majority support. May this new chapter bring stability and prosperity to all the wonderful children and families of Bangladesh. In East Asia, relations between Japan and China have grown more tense after Japan seized a Chinese fishing boat and arrested its captain. And in North Korea, South Korean intelligence reports that Kim Jong-un's teenage daughter is being prepared as his successor. May the future bring new possibilities for understanding between all nations in this region. As I prepare to return to my workshop, let me remind you all that even in a world filled with complex challenges, the light of compassion never dims. Look for ways to help your neighbors, share what you have, and remember that love is the greatest gift of all. This is Santa Claus, wishing you goodwill and peace until we meet again.